Fennig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, today it's middle of September, and the crop, as you can see, is turning pretty quickly. We've still got moisture here where we're at in Western Ohio, but in a lot of places it's maturing fast. But I want to look back on the past year and what got us to the ears that we're seeing today, and think about our nutrient management system, and specifically the triple threat and the colder system that you're using. Here we're showing a Yetter 2996 with an Innkeeper sealer. Now, it's no secret what inputs are doing for 2022. They're through the roof right now, and guys are going to start getting creative on how to better manage their nitrogen placement, usage, and timing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about how Fennig Equipment can help with that. And as far as the usage goes, I want to talk about this triple threat system. What this does is it bolts on to any style shank that you have, whether it's a Case IH applicator, a J&M, a Blue Jet, an Unverfirth, Ag Systems, whatever type of applicator you have, we can get you the triple threat system. What the triple threat system does is it allows you to put fertilizer through your knife, of course, like you always have been, 15 inches from the plant, but also you can put fertilizer at the base of the plant through this drag hose, much like a Y-drop. And the idea here is that you get the best of both worlds. We do feel like, of course, nutrients are taken up when they're placed in the center of the row, but we feel like our nitrogen is better used, given certain weather scenarios, when placed at the base of the plant. So what we try to do is advise a 50-50 split. So if you're putting out 40 gallon with your side dresser, put 20 gallon with the triple threat at the base of the plant, and then put 20 out in the center. This does several things. It spreads your risk by spreading out your nitrogen placement. If you put on 2x2 with your fertilizer or with your planter and it rained a whole lot, that fertilizer may be gone already. Come side dress time, your roots are only about 4 inches long, and the next available nitrogen is 15 inches away. So we're already starving that crop with some early rains because your 2x2 fertilizer, because nitrogen moves with water, has done nothing but run away from your roots faster than what your roots can get to it. That's where the triple threat comes in. We can feed that plant now. We can place fertilizer at the base so that when it rains, when we get heavy dews and it runs down the stalk, there's nitrogen right there to be had. I think this is an awesome way to potentially decrease our rates, because when we put it in the center, 15 inches away, if we were to dig with a shovel right now, there would not be a whole lot of roots in this 15-inch zone. All the roots are right here at the base. We know that. So why do we put it all in the center? Well, we do it because it's easy to run a coulter in between the corn rows and you don't knock down any corn. We don't necessarily do it for the placement of the fertilizer and what's best for the plant. So I think we need to evaluate, especially now that inputs are skyrocketing, how can we better place our nutrients? Whether that's with a strip till system, getting the fertilizer right here in this band underneath the entire row, and with our side dress program. Can we use a triple threat fertilizer system to place some of our fertilizer at the base of the plant and maybe cut back 20% of our average output per year? You know, whenever you're looking at ears like this year, it's larger than most years, I'll say that. And we didn't get here without the help of Mother Nature. And Mother Nature, of course, plays a huge part in how our nitrogen is taken up. But had Mother Nature not given us the correct weather, a lot of this nitrogen that we put in the center of the row would have been wasted because the crop potential was not there. So putting the fertilizer where the plant needs it, so that when Mother Nature lays her hand, and it's a good hand, that crop can react and you're set up for optimal growth, optimal yield with lower inputs. So if you look, this triple threat system, it's just going to drag as this coulter goes through the center, and it's going to come out here. And of course there's no corn here, but it just drags along the corn and places it at the bottom in the base. This nitrogen sealer here, this is a spring-loaded unit that is designed to seal this slot. Because remember, we want a total nitrogen management system. This blade's going to create a slot, and everyone has seen that slot open up, and come harvest, that gap is 2 inches wide, and your fertilizer was at one time sitting at the bottom of it. It likely isn't anymore. So what this does is that seals that slot over to eliminate evaporation, eliminate that track going through there that leads right to that, because we want that stuff sealed over just like we do in anhydrous. As this coulter moves, that triple threat is just going to lay fertilizer right at the base. This sealer is going to seal off this knife, and we're going to have nutrients placed there, here, and out here. Another advantage that I do like about the coulter is how we break open that crust and allow oxygen to get into those roots. A lot of times when the corn's young, we have a little crust that forms and it starves those roots for oxygen. And it's amazing how fast that crop can green up once we break that crust and allow the soil to breathe. So that is one thing I do like about the coulter system. So that's what we're doing today, talking nitrogen placement management, and how our triple threat fertilizer system can help you become more efficient and try and help lower them input costs here for 2022. Thank you for tuning in.